NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Welcome everybody to the Cedars Sports Corner. I'm Alex Laverson, and with us, as always, is our producer, Angelo Parada. And Angelo, I hope you're staying nice and cool during this heat. It's torturing me, to be honest.
I'm not as hot as the teams that are playing the Pirates.
Well, how about, speaking of hot, I don't know if we could call the Pittsburgh Penguins hot right now.
You know, the Pens in a must-win tonight against the New York Islanders because they held 3-2. They were up 2-1 and dropped the last two games.
Mm-hmm. Well, so the next matchup in Pittsburgh, and do or die, and I know there's a lot of frustration from Pens fans. My whole thing is I'm not as urgent as some fans are. Maybe it's because
every time we get the top seed, though.
Well, do you remember? You remember how in our previous shows, what did I say? I said it's like I almost feel more comfortable. Well, not just the Pens, any Pittsburgh team getting a medium or lower seed than I do in a top seed, because for whatever reason, it just seems like when there's a top seed, I feel like they're more prone to upset. Maybe it's me overthinking it. I don't know. But listen, I saw the Pens win 3 cups. Was it 2009, 2016, and 2017? I'm content in terms of getting my fix of, Stanley Cup championships. Obviously, I want more. But I'm not going to be as loom doom.
Let's go Pens.
Let's go Pens. Now, Angelo, the Steelers' schedule came out not that long ago. And it's a pretty interesting schedule. And I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, week 1, going at the Bills. That's going to be a tough one. Then followed up with week 2 with the Raiders at home. And then week 3, the Bengals at home. Week 4, at the Packers.
But they're not going to have their quarterback anymore.
Well, anytime you go at Lambeau, you know what I mean?
The game that really intrigues me as I look at September is the Raiders. Because that's just a natural, we don't like them, they don't like us. And it just seems like, I don't know.
You know what? As far as, that traditional rivalry, Raiders don't even really bother me anymore. I still hate the Bengals. Maybe it's because of the Vontez.
The bundling.
The perfect thing from years ago. I don't know. I don't care if the Bengals, are at the bottom of the NFL standings. I still want to crush them every time. But after the Packers, week 5 versus the Broncos, and then versus the Seahawks, then we got a bye week. The Steelers are always very different putting it nicely after a bye week, and going at Cleveland. That's going to be...
Now, I personally think we beat the Cleveland Clowns. I think we have something to prove. I think Pittsburgh people are really, they've had it.
I just feel funny anytime Steelers after a bye week. You know what I mean? But, yeah, then, so the second half, well, not really the second half of the schedule, but after week 7, that's where I kind of consider the second half of the schedule. And so, 17 games now instead of 16. It's going to be interesting. But before we dive into the rest of the schedule, how about we take a break and get a word from our sponsors?
There you go.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, well, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions. The Cedars restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle, 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Welcome back to the Cedar Sports Corner, everybody. And resuming going over the Steelers' schedule, after the Browns, week 9,
The Bears.
Monday night, they got the Bears.
That's big, and it's at home. It's in Pittsburgh. We'll play good.
And then right after that,
the Paper Tigers, better known as the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, what a what a suffering franchise that is, man. And then at week 11, going at the Chargers.
Chargers, Bengals, I'm not really worried about.
I think they should handle them pretty well. And then, going at the Ravens. Yeah, anytime we go, my correction, the Ravens are coming to Pittsburgh, week 13.
You got to jump on the Ravens quick.
Mm-hmm. And then, go ahead.
Because as you're going to finish out, the last game is against Cleveland and the Ravens. The last 3 games, Kansas City, Cleveland, Baltimore.
Oh, boy.
I have issues there.
It's going to be...
Like, when you get to December 5th, you should be only having 0 to 2 losses, tops.
Well, I mean, remember what happened last season? Was it? They went 11-0, and then
well, that's why I said that. Look, the first 12 weeks there's nobody they can't beat the first 12 weeks of the season. Then in week 13, it's Baltimore.
Well, you're also forgetting Tennessee right before the Chiefs too. And then, even before that, at Minnesota, going at a dome, it could be really a frustrating final.
Week 13 to week
final 5
18.
Games.
Week 13 to 18 will tell the measure of the tape.
Yeah. So you
go 12-0, and then you've got to work on really buckling down in that last round.
Well, I don't think they're going to go 12-0. Again, I don't see them starting out the season winning another 11 games. But I'll say in general, I give them 11-6, 10-7. I see a wild card. At least, I'll give them a wild card. Slot in the playoffs. And then listen again. Ben's last year. They got to make it happen, man. They got to make it happen.
17 games. I see them at 14-3.
All right, so you're more optimistic than I am. I hope I'm wrong.
Better take a break.
Now. Work from our sponsors.
Long on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Hello,
Come on,
friends,
shake your body,
and
baby, do that conga.
it's
No, you can't control yourself
Los
any
Amigos.
longer.
Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program.
You can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music.
It's Chubby's Let's Pizza again, like we did way back when. Yes, Chubby's for that great pizza taste. They use Augustine's ingredients, and guess what? You folks on the east side, they deliver. D.A. Reed Delivery Service will get your Chubby's pizza right to you. It's easy. Call ahead, place your order. It's Chubby's Delivery right there for you. And don't think that they don't have cheese stuffed meatballs, sausage, and so much more. Chubby's right there for you.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island.
And welcome back to our third and final segment of the Cedars Sports Corner. So, Angelo, with this last segment, let's just kind of go over a few things here.
Well, the first thing that I wanted to see, and I suspect that I'm probably right, the Pirates have done it. The Orioles have edged us out. We almost have the worst schedule in baseball, but the Orioles went and will have 17 wins, and we have 18.
So right now, you're a Pirates fan. Really what you're rooting for is not to have the worst record in baseball. It's kind of, so back to, it's familiar feeling there. Pirate fan, nothing new there.
Jeez.
I know, it's sad. In terms of college football, again, we went over this a little bit in one of our previous shows, but looking at the Pitt Panther schedule, starting it out with UMass, week one, that should be a win. And then they're going at Tennessee. Yeah, I think that'll be a loss. And then Western Michigan, that should be a win because we know how Pitt, likes to blow at the cupcake teams. Then New Hampshire. So,
well, here's my thing. I'm looking at Pitt's schedule. Okay, and they're playing UMass. And I can't help it, but then I look at Duquesne's schedule. Okay, and what I'm seeing is the Dukes, they went in a tough schedule, last year and COVID and all that. They went 4-0 and lost in their championship football game. Now, when I look at their baseball, or their football schedule, they're opening up in a lot tougher atmosphere than Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, look, here's the deal. I know you think Pitt's schedule isn't the hardest. I know you think the ACC Coastal isn't the hardest, but it's Pitt. Pitt can have the easiest schedule and still find a way to win, or to lose, 6 games and go 6-6. So that's why, looking at the schedule again, for Pitt, I'll give them 6 or 7 wins. I don't know if that'll be enough to keep Narduzzi around. I could see it either way. Depends, what Heather if she feels like she could get anyone better.
If Heather likes
Narduzzi, yeah. So I don't know. Pitt might just be okay with keeping stability. I don't know.
Well, the Dukes are opening up with TCU. Now, that seems in TCU a lot tougher game than opening up with UMass.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's normal for, Division One schools to go up against schools that are out of their division, like, TCU go up against Duquesne or Ohio State going up against OIC. That's normal.
Well, wouldn't you want to go up against maybe a hometown rival?
You know what? I mean, I don't know how that all works. I don't know if Pitt could play a school like Duquesne because of the for the division that Duquesne's in.
Oh, they could play it.
I don't know how. I don't know how that works because I think in Duquesne Division 3.
No, we're Division 1.
So they're one subdivision.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got TCU, Ohio, and Marmac. Okay, TCU and Ohio, Division 1 programs. You've got, and I think your first 3 games, you've got UMass and Western Michigan. Western Michigan's number 1 in New Hampshire. So I'm looking at the Tennessee game, and the other 3 are a bust. And when I look at the Dukes, I'm saying, okay, your first 3 games of the year are sizable opponents. Just my feeling on that.
I guess it'd be cool to see Pitt and Duquesne playing football, but
that would enhance the basketball rivalry.
In general, the rivalry between the 2 schools. But I think that's pretty much a wrap for this show. And Angelo, any parting words?
Yes, even though I didn't get a chance to talk about my beloved Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Irish. As their schedule, they just announced that it's a 7:30 start, ABC, September 5th. That's a Sunday. They're taking on Florida State, prime time.
All right, well, so for you, let's go Irish. For me, let's go Pitt. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week.
The Cedars restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle, 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.